Get into the new with Ford. New is EcoBoost technology. New is Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now, get into a new Focus, Fusion, or Escape with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 trade assist cash.
National Signing Day 2016. For a college football fan, it's basically Christmas Day, and this year for Georgia Southern football, it's a little bit different. Danny Reed joined by first-year head coach Tyson Summers. Unique for you because you were introduced as head coach December the 26th. You had less than a month to put this class together. Overall, your thoughts on being able to assemble this class?
Well, I think it's we're really excited about the class that we have. You know, the big piece is trying to put together a staff. Obviously was the first thing that I did, and that went all the way till January 6th. We could go out on the road January 14th, which would be 3 weeks from tomorrow, and to be able to keep the guys committed that had been here that we wanted to, and then being able to bring in a number of quality players and you know, be able to bring in the depth that we felt like we needed to. I really think that our staff did an outstanding job from top to bottom. Obviously the 9 coaches that were out on the road recruiting, but when we had our weekends and our recruiting visits, I mean, all the way across the board from Statesboro, in our entire Georgia Southern community, from the dining hall services to every person. I'm telling you, it was a huge selling point, and the fact that we do our university is a community, and that our community was behind these kids 100%.
10 years ago, you had to recruit here as an assistant. Now as a head coach, how do you compare the experiences?
I think it's drastically different from a level of talent. You know, we were able to take guys, and we're competing with ACC and SEC teams, and that's what you'll see, you know, from this class is everybody that we're on. We sat here for the last 3 nights till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, working the phones and trying to make sure that we were pushing to get the best kids we could get, and I think that's the biggest difference is that we've got players that either are that are in this class that are either SEC talent guys or ACC talent guys that now we're able to take them, put them in our conference, put them in our league, and be able to see what we can do with them for the next 4 years.
You've already had experience recruiting at UCF, at Colorado State, FBS schools. How did that aid in this transition?
Well, I think it helped a lot. Obviously, the 14 years I've been recruiting in this state helped as much as anything. You know, the transition from Colorado State was a little bit more difficult than I thought because I haven't necessarily been in the state of Georgia and Florida as much for the last calendar year. But again, hiring the staff that we hired and hiring guys that have so many recruiting ties to this state, I think that was the biggest piece.
The one thing I think a lot of people will take from this is just how quickly you were able to fill that board. What does it mean to you to be able to get that many guys that committed in such a short amount of time?
Well, you know, I keep coming back to it. I'd have to say the outstanding job that our staff did, and what I mean by that is there wasn't necessarily one guy that signed one individual. I think that it was a collective group, you know, effort, that we'd have one coach that was a recruiting coach, one coach as a position coach, a coordinator, a head coach, an off-the-field staff member, how we dealt with the parents whenever we were here. Again, the energy and enthusiasm and the traditions from our community and the school. I think every piece of it went together, and that's why we were able to do what we did today.
Coach, congratulations on a phenomenal class. Undoubtedly one of the best in not only Georgia Southern history, but in Sun Belt Conference history.
Thank you.
For head coach Tyson Summers, this is Danny Reed. Signing Day coverage 2016 continues right here at gseagles.com.